Hello and welcome to Tech Deals, game performance review time, Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm going to be playing that today on this Lenovo IdeaCentre 700 gaming desktop computer. Now, I've previously reviewed this computer before and a link to that video will be in the video description below. If you haven't seen it before, go check it out because this machine is awesome. For $900, briefly, you get an Intel i7 CPU, up to 4 gigahertz, 4 cores, 8 threads. This is basically top of the line. Not quite, I mean they have a few enthusiast products that are higher, but it's right up there at the top of the line of Intel chips. This thing should last you many years. 8 gigabytes of RAM, solid state boot drive, plus a hard drive, and NVidia GeForce GTX 960 gaming graphics card. This thing's awesome. Now, we are playing at Full HD 1080p resolution. I do have VSync turned off so that we can see our frame rate counter, which I have running here in the corner, as it goes over 60 frames per second. Now, details. Let's talk about details for a second because, after all, detail settings control a lot of things. We are running DirectX version 11, full screen 1080p, full screen anti-aliasing is turned on, MSAA is turned off, VSync is off, population density and distance scaling are both max, and population variety is almost max, it's turned down just that much. Texture quality is normal, shader quality is very high, shadow quality is high, reflection quality very high, reflection MSAA is off, water quality is high, particles quality is very high, grass quality is high, soft shadows is set to softer, post FX very high, motion blur strength is all the way down, in-game depth of field effects is on, anthroposcopic filtering is set to X16, tessellation is set to high, and that's basically it for graphics. That's important because when comparing graphic settings, there's a lot of variability in performance with those settings. Now, I'm going to play this for 2 minutes. I'm going to drive around, crash into some stuff. I've got Fraps running, which is the counter you see up here. I'm going to hit F11. I've got it set to record for 2 minutes. And what we're going to do is that I'm going to show you the minimum, maximum, and average frame rates. Because average alone doesn't tell you enough. You need to know how far it dips down during the busy scenes. So I've got myself in a nice sporty car right here. I'm going to hit F11. And let's take off and see what kind of mischief we can cause. Oh! Well, good thing it wasn't my car. I stole it earlier. This game is entirely too much fun. I haven't yet beat the game, but I've played long enough to get Michael and do some missions with him. The boat's quite fun to chase. To be honest, I mostly love doing that. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh! Every time I crash, it's painful. And of course, I've got myself stuck in a spot that I cannot get out of. Well, go figure. That just means it's time to steal someone else's car. How about we steal a truck and see what fun we can have with this? I'm sure the 2 minutes is almost up. It is way too easy to sit here and have fun longer than a person. Oh, he's mad. Crash. Don't do this in real life. Nobody will mind if I crash into that, will they? Pardon my sound effects. Oh, the cops are after me now. I ran over too many people. Ooh, what did I hit? I hit something. Is this fun or is this fun? Here, this thing is too slow. Let's get out of this. And these 18-wheelers are always fun. Boy, the cops are slow. They're never going to catch me if they keep this up. By the way, running somebody over in their own truck, not very nice. There's a story, there's missions, there's side missions. I think there's about 70 missions in the main game, plus there's Grand Theft Auto Online, which is fun to play. Or you can just, ow. You know, some of the bushes and trees are solid. That one is solid. Some of the bushes and trees are not solid. Crash. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, you can see the frame rate counter has come back. So I'm going to switch over to benchmarks, and I'll pull up my Fraps log. So we ran for 2 minutes, average of 73 frames per second, minimum of 64, max of 89. Notice the minimum is over 60 frames a second. Now, if you have a standard computer monitor, it runs at 60 hertz. With VSync turned on, you'd basically be 60 frames a second, solid without a single dip below it. Why turn VSync on? Because you can't display more than 60 frames a second anyway on a standard 60 hertz monitor. Now, if you have a gaming monitor, a high-end monitor that can go over 60 hertz, such as a 144 hertz monitor, sure, you'd want more frame rate. But to be honest, if you have a gaming monitor, you probably want a higher-end gaming card anyway. Now, just for fun, I'm going to leave those in there, but I'm going to go back to the game, and let's turn the detail up a bit to see. We'll do this one more time. Some games I would just call it here and say that's that, but this game is popular enough and detailed enough. Let's turn the population variety to max. Let's turn texture quality. Ooh, we're going to run out of video memory if we do that. What happens if we turn on... This is a 2 GB video card, so this is where you run into limitations by turning on... We can do that. Let's turn that on. So we're going to turn MSAA on to X2. We'll turn NVidia TXAA on. We'll turn shadow quality to very high. Texture quality I can't put to high because of the 2 GB of VRAM. You need a 4 GB video card for that. We'll turn reflection MSAA on. We'll turn water quality to very high, grass quality to very high. We'll turn the motion blur strength up halfway. Tessellization will turn to very high. And we'll leave ambient occlusion at high because that's as high as it goes. All right, so now, as you can see, I've turned a ton of these details way up. Space to apply changes. This is going to require a restart. I'll cut the video here. We'll be back in 1 second. And we're back. So the game has been reloaded. Restored back to where the previous save was. And so I'm at the house. I'm grabbing the car. And let's go see how this performance does. Now that I'm out on the street, I'm going to hit F11 to start recording the frame time. And let's see what mischief we can get into. Ooh, that was a bad hit. As I said, don't do this in real life. Never smash up your own car either. That's not very nice. Almost rolled it. Ooh, there we go. That would hurt in real life. I think I lost a fender. To be honest, I could do this for an hour. Come on, roll back over. There we go. How about we go driving through the canyon, or the tunnel, or the... I actually don't know what these are called. The waterway thingy. Oh, I broke my front wheel. If you watch, you'll see my front wheel is not turning. If I drag it long enough, it should pop the tire and then run on the rim. That is really fast driving for missing a wheel. Oh, we don't want to go in the reservoir. Almost. The 2 minutes must be up pretty soon. The default is 60 seconds, which I didn't think was long enough. I used to do it at 5 minutes, but of course, you probably don't want to watch me do silly things for 5 minutes. Crazy. Is the tire going to pop yet? No? Yes? Look at the nose of the car. It's squished. And there we go. We're done. The frame rate counter's back up. Let's go see what happened. So with the settings they were the first time, our average frame rate was 73 frames per second with a minimum of 64. Turning all those details up dropped the average down to 48 frames per second with a minimum of 36. Here's the question. Could you see a difference in the quality of the game? I didn't. Honestly, I suppose if I took screenshots side by side and I looked at them, I would see the difference. If you go to various sites or you see people who put like a split screen side by side, you know, and you're picking out details, sure. Was that really prettier? Yeah, I don't know, maybe, I guess. Frankly, you know, it was fun both ways. The game was much more controllable and smoother. I mean, you could tell it was smoother on the original default settings. Will Grand Theft Auto 5 play at least 60 frames a second at high detail or better on this Lenovo IdeaCentre 700? Yes, it will. Some settings at very high, some at high, and only one or two down at normal. Otherwise, this thing is smooth as silk at an average of 73 frames per second. Now, of course, if you turn them all the way up, it will slow down. But the nice thing about this machine is it's got a good power supply and it's upgradable. So in the future, as new games come out, you can absolutely put the next generation of gaming graphics cards in this. The i7 processor in this will last you for many, you easily could get 5 years of use out of the base computer with maybe 1 or 2 graphic card upgrades during those years if you wish to play the latest and greatest games that are coming out. I love this machine. $900, I recommend it. My review on the machine is in the description below. Did you like the video? Like it. Did you not? Don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel, the big red button down there. Lots more gaming performance reviews on this machine as well as other computers, hardware reviews, unboxings, how-tos, and great videos. Be sure to subscribe to get updates on those videos. What did you think? Comments, questions, thoughts, feedback, suggestions, random ideas? That's what the comment section below the video is for. Tell me what you think. I love your feedback. I read your comments and I do reply to some of them. I will see you in the next video.